My story began in October 2015 when a friend told me that the River Kings were looking for a photographer. I applied and I didn't think I would get the job because I've never done sports photography and it's kind of the elite. There's a very select few that get to do it. But I was able to become the backup photographer, which eventually last season turned into the full-time photographer. And from that, I really felt God pulling me to build relationships with the hockey players, with the guys and the staff, and just everyone that I came in contact, the booster club, just everybody. And I was able to build friendships and invite some people to church. Part of the reason that I really wanted the job was I was a stay-at-home mom, and as much as I loved my kids and as much as I loved being a mom, I wasn't happy with my life or with who I was. I was bored, and I was so busy always trying to fit in with the other moms and the mom guilt and the mom shame. And I did not want to be that person anymore. And I wanted to find something for me, something that I could do, because someday my kids are going to grow up and I'm not going to be a mom. And I needed to figure out who I am. Before I found South Point and before I became the River Kings photographer, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was so caught up in what people thought of me and the mom guilt and the mom judgment, and it was pretty terrible. But once I got more into it and I started learning more about myself through the eyes of my church family and through the eyes of my team, it really let me understand that it's okay to be who I am and that there are actually people who love me for who I am. During the winter, I had a really hard time personally with a lot of family stuff that was going on and a lot of personal issues that I was struggling with. And I would show up at games and some of the guys would just make my whole day just because they were nice to me and I felt like I had friends, and eventually that turned into feeling like I was part of a family. Just silly stuff from making a weird face at me when I was trying to take their picture, or asking me if I was okay, or giving me a hug, or whatever. I'm not sure what the pivotal moment was. Probably when I was doing headshots at the beginning of last season. I was able to see the guys more one-on-one and see them as they are as people and not just hockey players. And that was really when I felt God telling me to be a friend and build relationships where you can and do what you can to shine a light. It was a very long process. It was very scary, because they're professional athletes. They're tough and they're cool and they don't need church and they don't need anybody. And it was very, very scary. South Point gave me the confidence and the friendship and the family and the church family to be able to say, hey, you should come hang out with us at my church because we are a family and we have fun and we are there for each other. And I didn't have to worry about these big tough hockey players walking in and feeling like they were being judged or looked down on. At South Point, I mean, I can't think of any other church that I would feel comfortable inviting professional athletes to come hang out and be friends. And a lot of them accept it, and they did find a church family because of the journey and the friendship and the family that I found both at South Point and with the River Kings. I am so much more confident and I am able to be myself because I have people and I have friends and I have family, and I've never really found that anywhere else because South Point is so unique. You can be who you are, you can be as weird as you want to be, and you'll fit right in because everyone's kind of weird to some extent. And I went from being terrified to do headshots to being able to stand in front of the entire team at the end of the season and line them all up and say, I need you here and I need you here and I need everybody to look at me and take the team photo. And it's been awesome. It's been a wild ride. And I was able to shave my head and wear the crazy lipstick and not care what people think. And part of me doing that was so that I didn't have anything else to hide behind. That, yeah, look at me, I can do a weird hairstyle that nobody really likes. Like my mom, sorry mom. But it's who I am. And it's who I want to be.